This is Behind the Conversation.
Are you looking for community and do you love to laugh? If that's you, tune in every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We create a space where we like to have real talk, real conversations,
And real life.
Okay? We wanted to create this podcast where we have real conversations about dating,
Relationships,
faith,
business,
food,
travel,
family,
healing,
purpose,
friendships,
entrepreneurship, and fitness.
and everything in between. No topic is off limits. We are talking about it all.
Okay?
I'm Michelle.
I'm Alicia Michelle. And guess what? The topic today is...
The power of saying no.
Woo! Y'all know every time we're about to talk about a new topic, I get a little hot.
You do.
Well, I really do, because guess what? But before we get into this topic, because it's about to be juicy,
Oh.
because I love the power of saying no.
I love the power of saying no.
Okay, I think we really, we in that season. But before we get into that, girl, the hair is hairing. Yes.
Is it giving?
Let her know. Is
It's
the hair giving? Please let her know this hair is giving. And it's like all natural. The
All
curl-
natural. God gave these curls to me, baby.
Okay, like, again, tell me what you do with your hair. Because,
Yeah.
it's like literally, like, the curls are amazing. It's like settled. Like,
Okay.
oh my gosh, what do you do to literally, like, get your hair together and condition it?
Listen, the curls are God given. I can do a little water and the
See?
curls are going to pop.
See?
Yes.
See?
But products, as far as products, honestly, hello, wait a minute. I've been using the products that you gave. Design, Essentials, Mousse, and then the Baskin Leather Edge Control has been really doing it for me. And then I just take a spritz bottle with some water and conditioner. That's what I start with. Mousse, and then edges. That's it.
So it don't matter, like, if you take your braids out,
Mm-mm.
you take a quick weave out,
Mm-mm.
you take whatever out,
Mm-hmm.
that thing be thinking.
The baby thing. The
Listen.
curls gonna pop every time. I love braids, I love weave, I love all the things.
See?
But when it comes to my natural hair, I am so grateful for the curls that God gave me.
And you can
I
tell.
love them.
And you can tell. The
Even
curls
though I
is
keep
fine.
cutting my hair off.
That's my point. Like, literally, she cut her hair off, like, every couple months,
I cut
and
it off.
baby,
I cut it off.
the thing be thinking.
I cut it off. The baby thing.
The thing be thinking.
Yeah.
And, at the end of the day, like, even my ponytail. My niece did my ponytail.
And she did it.
And she's 18. Like,
Really?
I cannot believe these young girls be doing hair like this.
You know what? The young girls that's coming up, I love that for them because I feel like, with the generation that we came from, they all want to be millionaires now on our dime.
Did you say it one more time?
They want to be millionaires on our dime, right?
Seriously.
Yeah.
I feel it. Like,
Yeah.
all up in here.
Yeah, because the overpricing is crazy, and then just the overpricing. They put their tip. This is what I learned from my nail tag. They put their tip into their price, and then they still want you to tip them. Come on now.
Wait, this came from who?
This is my nail tag.
The
My nail tag. So yeah, in conversation. Listen, one thing about people,
Like,
when
no.
you start talking to them, they will start revealing things. So yes, my nail tech told me that she incorporates it. She said this is what they're taught, to incorporate their tip into their price, but then they still want you to come back and double back and they're going to charge you again or expect another tip. Yeah, not for me. So what my hope is for like this generation that's coming up, like your niece, be fair to your customers. Let your work, dictate your price, absolutely, but be fair to your customers because that's what's going to, have them coming back.
And
make it make sense. Make the price make sense.
Make it make sense. And I will say this. My niece literally just said to me, like, I don't know why they charge over $100 for a ponytail when it literally takes us 2 hours or less. If you don't have me behind client after client after client, you can get me out.
Yeah. And I've honestly paid over $100 for a ponytail. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's
the
my
ponytail
point.
gave, but it never gave $100-something.
It never gave $100-something.
It did.
Especially like for the what's the word that I'm looking for? The length of it, the capacity,
And
maybe
that
a
it's
week
a
or
pack.
two.
It came in a pack.
See, that
listen. We can talk hair all day.
All day. This is like our thing. We're going to talk about hair. We're going to talk about pricing.
Period.
And we're going to talk about the power of saying no.
That's what we're talking about today. So the power of saying no. Can I get into it?
Oh,
Can I get into it?
See, she ready already.
I want to get into it.
She ready already.
All right. First question. Is it ever okay to say no and not give the person an excuse?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. This is good.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
I'm hot again.
Okay.
I'm hot again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. This is really good.
Like, can you just say, you know, someone reach out to you and they're like, can you, and you're like, no.
You know what? I'm learning. I'm learning to say no. And I think it has everything to do with our capacity at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And our availability.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because we will stretch our availability when, like, why are we stretching our availability?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you're a giver. When you're a giver, it's so easy to do it.
It's so easy when we're a giver.
Yeah.
And I think that's the issue. Is like a lot of us are givers, and then it's like a lot of us are takers.
Hello.
A lot of us are givers, and a lot of us are takers. And there's some people that will take and take and take because they're takers.
Yeah.
They will never give.
They'll never give, and they'll never consider the person that they keep asking from.
They really won't. And I, you know, at the end of the day, I think you can only feel bad when you know you haven't shown it.
Ooh. Okay.
I think for me, because I feel like if I'm being the best friend, the best partner, the best even partner in business, if I can show up in all areas of my life, it's okay for me to say no sometimes.
You should say no for sometimes, and that's been really hard for me. Like in my family, I've always wanted to, you know, be available for my family. I've always wanted to be a resource for them because, you know, like we don't come from wealth. We don't, you know, we didn't have a silver spoon in our mouths, and I've like always wanted to be there for my family, and I've always been able to. I've always been blessed when it came to money, and you know, I ain't rich, but
you know,
I've always been, you know, blessed to be able to give. And you know, with my family, I felt like, you know, I started to feel used a little bit. Like I wanted to be able to give to them. With anybody that came to me for anything, I'm like, if I have it, why would I not give it to you?
Why would I not give it
because
to you?
When it comes to money, I always thought like, oh, it was just going to circle back to me. It's going to come back because it always has. But after a while, you know, you start to feel used. And that's not a good feeling.
It's not a good feeling. And I think family and friends can take advantage of that sometimes.
Absolutely.
Let's be real.
Absolutely.
Like friends and family can take advantage of a kind heart.
They do. But do you think that it is on purpose, or you think it's just kind of like them not being like self-aware of what they're doing?
Again, I think it rolls back to people being takers. I don't really think they know that they're takers.
Yeah.
I think it's just that
so they're not self-aware.
You know what I mean? Until you do some self-work.
Okay.
I feel like until you realize that other people pour into you and you never pour into nobody else.
Self-aware.
It's being self-aware.
People are needy. People are needy, right?
Yes, people are needy.
Yeah.
How do you feel like, you know what? Only because you are really strong.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like,
Thank you.
I don't, the history of her story is, you know, from you taking care of your brothers.
Absolutely.
You know what
absolutely.
From you as children, you know, as
which
a child,
was not easy. Three of them.
Tree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think from us, like, from where we came from in our childhood, like, we want to be able to take care of our family. Who don't?
Absolutely.
Who don't want to? But I think it's family members that are takers. Still want to...
No, really.
What is the word that you call for it? Blame everybody else.
Yeah.
For them not being successful. For them not being where they should be. Like, come on now. Everybody always want to blame generational curses on a lot of different things.
Absolutely. But
I'm not... Ooh.
When are you going to break those generational curses, though? When are you going to step up to the plate?
Ooh.
Because generational curses, they exist, but we have to want to be the generation that breaks the curses.
Exactly. When are you going to be that generational curse? Do you ever feel guilty for saying no? Only because, again, a lot. Yes, one thing about Michelle loves to give.
I
so
do.
Do you
I
ever
love to
feel
give.
guilty for saying no?
I do, and and I have not been able to say no for as long as I can remember. It came to like a point where I was just like, if I keep giving, then I won't have. It'll be at the detriment of myself. And that is what made me comfortable with being able to say, you know what, no, I don't have it. No, I don't have it. Because people will count your money. Like, people will count your money. They'll count your paycheck. Woo! Right? And they'll like, oh, I know she got it. I know she got it. I know she got it. And yes, maybe I do have it.
For yourself.
But yes, for myself.
For your kids.
Yeah, but I don't have it to give. Mm-hmm. And so it in the past, it was hard for me to say no because, you know, I know people expected me to come through for them and they expected me to have it. And I've always wanted to do that for them, but it can never be at the detriment of myself. And that came from the Bible. Now, I'm not going to sit and quote that verse where I got it from today.
But listen.
Yeah, that I got that from the Bible. Like, you should only give as much as you have to give. It should never be at the detriment of yourself. Yes. And it should never take away from you. And that was the lesson that I kind of like had to learn. Like, you know, like I have to be able to say no. And I have to be able to sleep well once I say no. Say it, mean it, and then be okay with it.
You know what? I said that. Like, your yes should be yes, and your no needs to be no.
Absolutely.
You have to learn how to say no.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? It was so crazy because I said you have to learn how to say no to protect your peace.
Absolutely.
Like you say, you can go to... I don't think people realize what peace really means.
Yeah.
Like, peace.
Yeah.
Like...
And they don't understand what, you know, the giver, like the person that's given, you know, when, like, because I've lost sleep over that. I've lost sleep over that, and I've lost relationships over that. I can, like, really tell how a person treats me after I've told them no.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Talk about
yeah.
Talk about
yeah. Now, it's not everybody. Like, you know, some people, you know, like, they know that you're a giver, and they know that you're a resource for them. And when you can be a resource for them, oh, it's great, right? It's great. But when you can't, it's okay. But, you know, I've also had times where, you know, once I say no, I don't hear from you no more.
So maybe you need to start saying no more.
More often, right? Because that will weed
out. No more. Okay.
Yeah. That will weed out the ones that are really there for you. Seriously. And that's going to also weed out the ones that are there for your resources.
Okay. Ooh. Because we do got resource breakers. Yeah. And then we move on.
Yeah.
Sugar sharing.
They don't like the sugar sharing. They
don't like the sugar sharing.
They don't. And even though I'm not a person...
You know,
I'm not a person that will ask for things like that I need. I'm very prideful. And what's interesting, my mother, God rest her soul, told me years ago that my pride was going to kill me.
You're still alive.
I'm still alive.
So God working on her pride.
Hello.
Our pride.
Hello, yeah.
Our pride.
Yeah, but so pride has been a thing for me, you know, since I was a child. And I've never been able to, you know, ask anybody for things because I'm like, you know, I want you thinking that I need you.
See?
But it's like at this big age now, I do realize like I
need
you. Yes, I need you. Just like you need me, I need you back.
Yes.
You know, and I want you to be there for me. Maybe I can't ask for it, but you know, when you come up, you know, maybe you reach out to me and you like, you know, hey, you need anything? You good?
Right.
I might say no. I'm probably going to say no.
Right.
But at least you ask me. You know, you ask if I need anything, and then I can, you know, tell you, oh no, thanks for asking, but I'm good. Thank you.
But you know what? That is a good way to look at a great relationship, a great partnership, a great friendship. Because again, people don't do check-ins.
They don't.
And you know what? That's why I said that's how you outgrow people without feeling guilty.
That's very true. That's
how
really
you
true.
Outgrow people without feeling
That's
guilty.
really true because we always check
no to, and they don't check on you after you said no. That's how you outgrow people without feeling guilty.
I love that.
No,
I love
seriously.
that. I love
come
that.
On.
We said in the last episode, you know, like God will do the work for you if He is asking you. Because a lot of the times we go and we pray for things and we're like, God, please remove the people out of my life that don't need to be there. And then He tell you and show you. Oh, it's that one, and that one. And you like, yeah, not them, God.
Not them.
You know?
Let me hold
not
on to them. I want to talk about letting them go.
Right.
Hold on.
And He like, well,
damn.
Miss Ma'am.
Right.
So you asked, I did.
And now
don't have a choice. Especially when you start to tap into, like that, your spirituality, because you start to look at yourself in a different light, and you start to look at other people in a different light, and you really, you care about the quality of the people that's in your life.
Ooh.
And before, I ain't gonna lie, I would leave, some stranglers in my life because I enjoy having them around for whatever purpose they did serve.
And I will say that, because, we got some good friends that like to party. Because, you know what I mean? But, again, it has everything to do with the setting.
Yeah.
I got some friends that like to go out. But, again, I can hang with my single friends and my married friends because I respect both.
Yeah. I love a good married friend, though.
You know what I mean? Because you might bring the married friend that's ready to settle down with intention.
True.
Have you ever said yes just because you didn't want to disappoint someone? Because I think that's the next one that we need to talk about. Only because,
gosh.
Michelle will say, have recently, like you said, started saying no.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And we admit, like now, we started saying no, like again, because it comes with growth.
Yeah.
It comes with just recognizing that, first of all, everybody not your friend. Everybody not your business partner.
That's true.
And sometimes we do need to say no to our kids.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of us don't say no to our kids. For me, it took me a long time. Ooh, child.
Yeah.
Ooh, child.
Yeah.
To say no to my kids. And because the world, with comparison and the things that they see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like to be able to now justify my no.
To my children, I always want to justify my no.
So I'm justifying my no to my children.
Yeah.
But have you ever said yes just because you didn't want to disappoint someone?
I've done it more times than I would feel good about, doing it. Yeah, I've done it a lot. With my family, I've done it a lot. Even when I really was at a point where I'm tired of you coming to me, because at a certain point it gets down to like, you keep needing me. What is it that you, like, self-reflection, what is it that you're doing in your own life? Why are you not being a good steward over the funds that God is providing you?
Ooh.
Because you keep having to reach out to me, and now you're tapping into my funds, and I do have children, right? So what I give to you, that could
take away,
contribute to a note to my children. Because now I'm giving you that resources, and now it's not there for my children. And so I used to do that a lot. I would do it a lot. I would say yes, and then I would complain about it, maybe to my partner, or I would say yes, and then after I said yes, I would still give it, and then I would be like, why did you do that?
When we say yes and feel guilty, maybe it wasn't God.
That's true. Oh my goodness.
It's a satisfaction that I know that I did what God just laid on my heart.
And I did a good one. I can remember a time when I was in a supermarket, and I had just got my allowance.
Ooh.
From a guy that I was dating.
Ooh, I want allowance. I want incentives. It was an incentive.
Yeah, so I had just got my allowance. I was in a supermarket, and that's
gonna be. Listen, we ain't even gonna skip past that, because that's gonna be another episode. Because I want to know what women do to get allowance. I want to know what women do to get incentive, especially single women that's dating men.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are men out here giving allowance.
There are men out here giving allowance, and I had got my allowance today.
And they're single men.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what Neo doing.
I wouldn't put it past them. Neo is. That's a whole other episode.
That's a whole other episode.
That's a whole other episode.
Only because I'm just saying, I would.
Yeah.
Where the allowance.
Yeah. So I'm in the market, and I'm behind, and I'm not a person. I don't have patience. So
I am.
Working on it. So I was behind this older lady, and she kept trying her card to pay for her groceries, and it wasn't working. And I'm standing behind. So my giving in this instance was twofold. It was one, because I'm like, I gotta get out of here. But I also felt for her, and it was something in me that said, just pay for it.
Ooh,
pay for it.
The Holy Spirit.
Yeah, pay for it.
The Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Told her to pay for it.
Absolutely.
And we need to recognize when we hear the Holy Spirit in our lives.
Yeah.
And our discernment.
And then, and so, I told her, I said, you know what, don't worry about it. So the cashier, I said, don't worry about it, I'll pay for it. And she, her eyes just lit up as if, no one had ever done that for her.
See?
You know, and she was like, no, I can. I was like, yes, you can. Somebody bless me, you know, with this allowance. And so let me bless you, right? And so I did it. She thanked me and thanked me and she thanked me going out the door.
See?
You know, but that was a time where I gave, and I'm like, I knew I gave for a good reason. I knew I was supposed to. And I walked away and I never thought about it again. Didn't think twice about it. But when it comes to sometimes of me giving to people that continuously keep doubling back and doubling back and doubling back, and you always need me as a resource without considering my situation.
My mother, when I have disagreement with my kids, and what I mean disagreement is I am the motherfucking parent. Okay?
And you are an amazing one at that.
Okay, my boys don't play with me. My young men don't play with me. You know, they've grown up 2019 and 16. But because my mother would stop speaking to me when she was upset or whenever, I would just say like maybe disappointed. I don't necessarily say disappointed. Whatever I did to get on to piss her off, she would stop speaking to me.
That's so sad.
You know what? I don't even feel like it was sad. I think it made me be a better parent. And what I mean by that, and I mean that aspect, because in relationships, whether it's business, whether it's parent, whether it's friendships, when we get mad at each other, we stop speaking. Do God start speaking to us when we mad at life?
That's true.
When we mad at Him?
Let's
say that.
That part. And it took me a long time to even realize I could be mad at God. Before I would not dare. But no, you can be upset with your Father.
God wants all of our emotions, right? So I think for me, with you, I've learned to, when my kids piss me off or whatever, let me still speak to them.
Yes.
Let me still pick up the phone, because I want them to know, even with their own sibling, pick up the phone. Call. Don't feel a certain kind of way. Let's put your earring.
Keep talking, because it's just
and I love this part, because you know we really recording
and fall out.
We ain't gonna let her earring fall out.
Nah, we're not gonna do that.
Because it looks so good. I hope this camera getting it. But it looks so good. So we gotta make sure that my sister
gonna play it off.
But
Nah, this is real life.
But y'all know we had to get into that.
Okay. Is saying no an act of self-respect, or has society turned it into an excuse to be selfish?
Ooh, I think it's both.
Okay.
One, for me, is a self-respect. It's self-love. It's self-care. It's knowing when to say no when we're supposed to. Like, come on now. I mean, again, down to relationship, business. You know, people, we don't say no to certain jobs because of the money bracket when you know you're not going to be unhappy. You know you're going to be unhappy. God not calling you there, but you're going there because of the money.
I've done it. And it blew up in my face.
Blew up.
That'll be a whole nother episode. But yeah, I've taken a position at work for the money, and that money was money. Oh, it was so good. But yeah, it ended up, I was so unhappy, and I ended up having to walk away. Blew up in my face.
And on the other end, I think it's society, but I think it's based off of social media and people that don't know themselves. I feel like if you haven't worked on yourself, society gonna tell you exactly who you are.
That's very true. And that's very detrimental. That's very detrimental.
Yes.
Very detrimental. That's why I try to stay off of social media. And I've always been a free thinker as well. So I thank God for that. I've always been a free thinker. I've never followed crowds and followed trends and all of those things. And so, yeah.
You know, Capricorns don't. I'm just going to say no.
Yeah, Capricorns are so headstrong that it is sickening. Yeah, it's sickening. But that's a great way to be.
It is.
It's a great way to be because you're not following trends. No one can tell you or lead you down no dark alleys. No. You know, yeah. So I love being a free thinker. I love having a strong mind because it has saved me time after time. It has saved me time after time.
Yes, having your own mind.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's what we try to instill in our kids too.
Yes.
Because again, social media is so comparing and the different things that they have going on. No.
Yeah.
Learning.
Think for yourself.
Thinking, growing. Yeah. All of that starts at home.
It really. Seriously. And these are the conversations you want to start having with your children. You teach them these things at home. You love them at home. and you give them value at home, because then they're not going out in the streets and they're not looking for it. My kids are not street kids. Like, they don't go out and they not selling nobody's drugs. They not hanging on nobody's corner. Never have, never will.
Not stealing nobody's cars.
Nothing like that. They don't feel like they have to take from anybody, and they don't feel like they have nothing to prove to their friends. So I love that my children are not trying to go out here and be something that they are not.
Yeah, they're not.
You know, my kids, like, they know what they come from. They know who they are.
Yes.
Even at a young age, and I'm like, because I wouldn't be able to take it. My anxiety. I wouldn't be able to take it if my kids was out in these streets.
Me neither. Because
I am
blessed.
For sure, we are blessed.
No, for real. Because these
blessed.
parents letting their kids run wild, and I don't know what they doing. I don't know what's going on, but I wish my kid would. Any one of them. We can't be those parents, because the way my grandmother and mother raised me.
Yeah.
No, I will be. Where you at?
And then you know better. Like, you know better. That even, like, that reminds me of something my grandmother told me a long time ago. So she told me, like, you know, you are who you hang with. And that resonated with me and stayed with me forever. And that is one of the reasons when I have friendships that don't serve me or they don't reflect who I am, I'm okay with walking away from it. I've always walked away from friendships.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about me. Well, you know, good or bad. We'll get into that later. But she said, you know, you are who you hang around with.
Talk about friendships. Like, they do outgrow their season. Like, I think, again, we keep trying to hold on to things that don't serve us.
Yeah.
But when we start
my
saying
grandmother
no.
ain't never lied.
But when we start saying no.
Yeah.
We realize the quality of friends that we
really had. But she told me that, but my grandmother always also told me that red hair was for whores.
Ain't real nails, red toes.
You like red anything was for whores.
And that's my favorite color. So guess what?
So maybe she was a little wrong about
different synonyms for whores and prostitutes.
Absolutely.
Because red means resilience, sexy, boldness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like.
Red and
everything I am.
That's that back in the day.
That is.
You know. So I take that back.
And
my grandmother ain't never lied, but she might have embellished a little bit. You know.
No, but that's my point about how back in the day how things were, and now, like, when we gonna start breaking the generational curses? I remember my mother used to tell me. Well, let me just say this. Different family members used to say what happened in the household stayed in the household.
And no. And absolutely not. I broke that. That'll be a whole nother. I broke that in my generation. I broke that. Because what we not about to do, we ain't sweeping nothing up under the rug. It happened, and let's address it. We don't sweep nothing under the rug.
So I want to ask, is it hard to say no to family? Yes or no?
It used to be. It's not now. I'll say no to anybody now.
Ooh, is it hard to say no to friends?
No.
Work?
No.
Relationships?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah. So I am known to be like an ice queen. I am known to be nonchalant. I'm known to be vocal. I'm known to be all of these things. So when it comes to my relationships, I try my best to be soft for my man. I try to be gentle with my man. Yeah. And so, gentle. And so when I'm in a relationship, like sometimes it is. I done did some strange things for no change in a relationship.
She said no change.
Right. Yeah, benefits, but I ain't get no change after doing those strange things.
Incentives, allowance, and benefits. We need an episode.
No, really. But when it comes to like my man, you asking, I'm gonna do like,
so
it's
what
legal.
about personal relationships, like your friendships? Now that
has gotten easier because, like I said, because I realized that I can have conversations. You know, my friends are not my family. I couldn't have those conversations with my family, and we was going to walk away whole. But my friends show up for me in a totally different way. So now, like when it comes to friendships, with the friends I have now, I would say, I am able to say, like, hey, I would love to do this for you, but I can't right now. And then we walk away and we good. Baby, that has not been my experience. So and friendships, I can say no and I'll be okay. Relationships, I'm giving my man a yes every time.
It's the yes for me.
Yeah, and then a lot of time for my children, I have a hard time.
Say yes for that.
Say yes to your man.
Okay. Say yes to God.
Yeah, and then my
God
is
my husband is this season in my life.
Ooh.
Oh, I know. It was a song I was listening to. I was realizing he is my husband in this season. Because everybody has been dipping and lowing. Dipping and lowing. Dating has been crazy, but you know, that's for another episode. But the lucky thing is you cannot pour from an empty cup.
True.
So, I'm so glad that you are giving your all and you are growing.
I thought he was coming back with another question. I'm like, girl!
No question.
I sound like kicking girl!
Okay, girl!
It's your girl!
It's your girl! Well, what I would say is we really had a good conversation today.
Absolutely.
This was amazing, as usual. And I love spending time with my girl and us being able to have a dialogue and just communicate with you guys. Because we really do love real life, real connection, and real talk. Thank you. So remember to keep laughing.
Keep connecting.
Keep growing.
And keep talking. We'll see you next Wednesday.